Hey guys, welcome back to some more Mobile Legends adventure. In today's video, we're over on a test server and we're looking at the new hero that's getting introduced to the game. Hopefully be on live servers soon. But the thing I'm really excited about this character is that she looks like a real contender for Gatto's spot. So we'll have a look at her, we'll have a look at her skills, talk about her a bit, and then compare her to Gatto and why I think she could be up there in the top tier of the units with him, because she might even replace him. There's a few things it will depend on, but we'll look at her ultimate skills. So Freya enters Valkyrie state, dealing physical damage equal to 154% of her attack to enemies around. For each enemy hit, Freya acquires a stack the wording's bad, a stack of shield, but a stack of shield equal to 154% of her attack. Really nice. She's an attacker. She has, as she's a fighter, she's got those extra couple of attack gear slots than a tank, so it's really nice, but the shield is obviously going to give her some tankiness. So the damage that the shield absorbs will be converted to Freya's HP. She's got self-sustain. So she goes into this state. She deals AoE damage for every enemy hit. She will gain that shield. So the more enemies around her, the more she will gain, the bigger shield she'll gain, and as they hit that shield, the more HP she'll regenerate. Now, you know, 154% of her attack, we'd have to see when it actually comes out. You know, if you hit 4 enemies and then you gain all that HP back, that's going to be huge. It will come down a lot to playtesting, but that's really nice. Also, added effect. During Valkyrie state, Freya's basic attacks deal AoE damage to enemies in front of her. So she basically enters this state and gains a shield, does good AoE damage, and then keeps doing good AoE damage. Doesn't say how long it lasts for, so that's the interesting thing that we'll have to wait and see. But really nice ultimate. If you can get her to her ultimate, you're looking pretty good, because it's a little bit kind of like Argus, where, you know, he goes invincible, then gets healed. She doesn't get that invincibility, so if there's massive nuke damage, she might not make it. But if there's just standard amounts of damage, she's going to absorb that damage and turn it into health, and really nice. Next up, Freya jumps into the enemy lineup, dealing physical damage equal to 180% of, it says his, but I'm going to assume it's her attack to enemies around. They've got to work on a bit of the wording in this game. Translations are a bit off, but this combined with her ultimate is amazing. You can basically wait until she does this blink into the middle of all her enemies, then use the ultimate, and then she's going to be using that on all of them. So she's going to get a lot of AoE damage, because she'll probably hit, you know, at least 3 or 4 enemies, maybe 5. So she's going to hit all of them, but then also she's going to, because she is hitting all of them with that ultimate, she's going to get that massive shield, absorbing more damage and healing more. Like that, those first 2 skills have just amazing synergy, and I cannot wait to test it. Yeah, we're on a test server. I did do some summons. I just started this account yesterday to try and summon for her, but I couldn't get her because I did want to test her out and see the animations and stuff. But let's have a look at the portrait mode. Really nice 2D art again. Do enjoy the 2D art from these. Next skill. Freya strikes the closest enemy rapidly 3 times, each dealing physical damage. The last strike will stun the target for 1 second. Once again, if she's in Valkyrie state, the skill is AoE and stuns all enemies within, like, in the range that get hit. So that's really nice. It's basically all about this Valkyrie state. We really need to see how long it lasts for. So she used that ultimate, goes Valkyrie. So actually, I'll go the last skill and then I'll do the Gatto comparison. So really nice. It's a single target, good damage with a stun. It is only 1 second stun, but 1 second stuns in this game are really nice for interrupting skills that enemies are using. So don't underestimate a 1 second stun. Can be really nice. In the Valkyrie state, becomes an AoE 1 second stun. Really nice. Then we jump over to her passive. When she has a shield, she deals physical damage equal to 60% of her attack to enemies around her every 2 seconds. So when she uses her ultimate, she's going to do that AoE damage, she's going to get the shield, she's going to absorb damage, she's going to heal, she's also going to deal extra damage to enemies around her. Really nice. Depends how long the shields last. This might not get too much damage out, but still, really nice synergy there. So when we look at Freya, I want to compare her a bit to Gatto. So when you look at Gatto, his ultimate has the knock up, which is basically kind of like the 1 second stun. It doesn't last for long. We'll go over to Gatto and I'll show you. So his ultimate does really good damage, and knocks enemies up. It's similar type levels of control. His has a higher multiplier, but he doesn't have as many gear slots. I can't check it here, but he has more sort of defense gear slots. So he's not going to have his magic power as high as she will have her attack. So that's a difference there. He also does have that charge where he goes into the enemy's line. Very similar to her, she has the charge and goes into the enemy's line. He also has that AoE damage. She has that AoE damage. And then his passive is, you know, he gains defense, he gains HP, similar to her shield, but I feel like her shield will be more effective because it's really mitigating the damage and reliably healing that amount. His, you know, you really do need the ramp up. You can't get burst too hard either. So they're very similar in all that sense. The big thing that it's going to come down to on whether she can actually compete with Gato is going to be basically how well she can survive, how tanky she can get. The good thing about her is that Freya, you're going to be able to just stack attack. As long as you can get her to her first ultimate, I feel like stacking just flat attack is going to be the best way to go. Don't worry about crit rates. Maybe cooldown reduction could help, but the thing you really want to look at is the attack, because obviously you want to be getting this shield based off her attack. So obviously all those attacking slots, you want to go for the weapon that has just the attack as the main stat, and that's where it's really focused, because I feel like you're going to want to really get that attack up there. It'll increase her damage, but also that shield is going to be huge, increasing the shield, also increasing the healing she does receive. So if that does work, if you can get her to survive well enough, I feel like she's going to be better than Gato. Yes, he does have some nice sustain. He does have some really good damage. I feel like her damage is going to be better and her sustain might be better. The only thing where I think Gato will be better than her is in raw survivability, where she might not be able to be a tanking slot. But I'm looking into a lot of hybrid tanks at the moment and trying to remove tanks from my team to see how it works. And I feel like she will fit in well to maximize damage from your team while still being able to quote unquote tank. So yeah, really excited to see how she goes. If we want to look at a base stat comparison to Gato, I just clicked his base stats and put them in a thing here. So you can see those are Gato's base stats below. You can see that Gato does have the higher HP and defense, which is going to make a big difference. Plus he does have the extra defense slots. So he is, like I said, going to be way tankier. But if you have the right team to support Freya, I think she'll get there. She does have very close magic resistance to him, which is really nice. And her attack is obviously higher than his magic attack. But I think magic attack in general is always lower. So, but obviously being attacker, she's going to have the higher attack anyway, and those extra attack slots. So it will be really, really interesting to see how that does play out. Like I said, really want to pull her. Might have to save up and do some summons on my main account once this does come to actual servers and see how we go. While we're talking about the soft launch server, if you do want to play on a soft launch server, it's fairly simple. You come over here, you go to settings, you go to server, you hit all, and as you'll see, I believe I'm in Asia region because I'm in Australia, but anything you might have starting with a 2, starting with a 4, your servers, that means you're in a different region, and unfortunately that means we can't guild up together or friends. It's really a nitpick of the game that I wish they would just make it one big region so everyone can play with each other. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. You look at the one that has a 9 as the second digit. So over here you can see down the bottom the 9 ones, and you can see they are public test servers. So you can go into them. They function just as normal servers, except you get the updates earlier. And you know, they have the disclaimer on there, you know, you might get bugs and all that sort of stuff. Things might not work as smoothly because obviously they are testing their updates before they put them onto live servers, and that's what this is for. So if you're happy to put up with, you know, possibly some bugs, some latency issues, you know, anything that, any annoying thing that may come from early testing of a patch, if you're happy to put up with that, you can jump into one of these servers, maybe make an free-to-play alt account or something like that, so that you can test the updates when they do come, so you can get on them early. On this one, I'm thinking, like, I started this one late, so I'm thinking the next test server that does open up, I'm going to have a real crack at it and make it like my alt account so that I can keep up to date with these sorts of things and also have a second account to progress on and hopefully test different heroes. This one, not too bad. We did pull a Lancelot and a Saber, and Odette, who's not that great, but still not too bad. So I'm going to play this one for a little bit until the new one does open on my region, and then see how we go. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think about this new hero, the Freya. I think she's going to be good. I really do think she's going to be good. Possibly a contender for Gatto's position. Like I said, all depends on how well she survives and how much damage she does do. So thanks for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.